Hey Aries, Kapualani here with your girl and her moon, Leo full moon reading. So let's tune in and see what we see for you, Aries. What's coming up for Aries? What do you need to hear from the universe? Let's see what that could be, Aries. So, all right, your message from the universe, Father of Pentacles. I'm getting, there's a few things. It always comes in layers. One, you may be ready to really take charge when it comes to your work, your career, maybe even building or rebuilding your confidence when it comes to how you project your energies, how you show up in the world in general, in your own life. So there is a feeling of responsibility that I'm picking up on here for you, Aries. All right, but let's keep going and see what this Leo full moon will be bringing into your awareness. Father of Cups. So we've got the two fathers here. Are there significant meetings? Are there significant discussions that you are wanting to have? Are you having to maybe shift your energies and put on something of either a brave face, separate yourself from your emotions while also not being detached from them? Okay, you might be having to show up in a situation, putting your emotions to the side while also remembering to not be cold about things, right? We want to make sure that we're also charming about it. So there is this air of caring about your appearances, caring about, again, how you show up in the world here. I feel like you're also being called to trust your instincts, okay? And not to be afraid to go after what you want. Say what you feel. Say what you mean what you say. That kind of thing, part of the message that's coming through here. Now, let's look at what you might be revisiting. Walking away and moving on. There's definitely this focus to move forward here, okay, Aries? I feel like there may have been some disappointment, some things that, even actually I'm hearing like whether or not these turned out to be actual disappointments or if it was just that you had an experience and it came to its conclusion, but maybe you didn't get the results that you wanted. Maybe there was something fleeting about whatever that fulfilling moment was, and so now again you're ready to move forward and onward. I feel like you've learned a lot about yourself and about how to effectively communicate, maybe even without words. I feel like this has to do with, again, presence. And forgive the repetition, Aries, but I'm hearing it again. It's about how you show up in the world. How are you showing up for yourself? You're ready to take the lead. You're ready to take charge. You're ready to make things happen. And you're ready to move on from the things, the people, places, experiences that, whether it was disappointing or not, whether it was fulfilling in the moment or not, it's time to step in to and embrace the new, okay? Okay, let's get some advice here for a smooth full moon. We got 2 8s. So you're emerging for sure out of the dark and into the light. There's definitely some kind of a learning experience. There's definitely something about also being aware of the people that you're surrounded by, being aware that when you do, make an effort, you're not scattering your energies, but you have a clear focus, okay? Where you may have felt drained, uninspired, or lacking in any which way, this 8 of Wands is giving me the feeling, Aries, that things are going to start to pick up again. Okay. And if anything, once you do commit to certain choices, once you do I'm hearing actually even narrow your focus, the steps will all line up. They'll all start to fall into place. This could be a time where things, could be moving very swiftly, but for you, you're called to it's not exactly take your time, but have that level of self-awareness and, again, responsibility and understanding that it's in your hands to make something happen or not. And once you do, again, set something into motion, it could move very, very quickly. So don't be afraid to take that action. That's where I was saying, I believe, a little bit of bravery, for example, that could go a long way. nevertheless, let's take a look at what sort of downtime, what sort of vacation your soul is craving this full moon. We've got the Lion energy, the Leo energy itself for this Leo full moon. So, with strength, and here's another 8 energy, a figure 8, at least with that infinity, connecting to your knowing, having faith, in yourself, in your higher power, in your guides, in spirit, that you are in fact on the right track. That even though, again, the circumstances may be calling for you to move on, the circumstances may be calling for you to shift into a different level, into a different perspective of what you may have been used to, this is progress nevertheless. It may not be, again, the kind of progress that you would have wanted to make, but once you do decide and commit, again, there's a potential that those steps will line up. They'll become a lot more apparent and clear, or even that the kind of support, the camaraderie, the direction that you're looking for will become a lot more obvious. And so in terms of vacation downtime, it's pushing through and past, overcoming any frustrations, overcoming any stagnation as well, is what I'm hearing. All right. And, when we see this strength card, there is this reminder to, be aware of your own inner frustrations, be aware of any areas where you yourself might be struggling to sort of just be right here, right now, and trust that the path will be revealed. The next steps will reveal themselves. Okay, Aries. So that being said, I encourage you to check out your moon and rising signs. At least, and if it speaks to you, if it resonates, your Venus and North Node as well. I also invite you to check out our website, girlonhermoon.com, to schedule your very own 45-minute live reading or a pre-recorded reading should that speak to you. But I wish you a very blessed and bright Leo full moon, Aries. Till next time. Hey Taurus, Kapualani here with your girl and her moon Leo full moon reading. I hope this finds you doing well, Taurus. Let's dive in to the cards and see what we see here for you in this Leo full moon, Taurus. All right, so what does Taurus need to know this Leo full moon, Spirit? First up, your message from the universe, what you need to hear from the universe, Son of Cups. Okay, so you could be feeling as though you're wearing your heart on your sleeve. Just make sure, though, that you don't get too carried away. Don't be afraid to pursue the things that your gut instincts, your emotional intuition, don't be afraid to go after or to pursue, again, what your gut is telling you or how your gut is calling you into action. Okay, because this is a very, when we see the Knights, they're all about movement. Okay, be inquisitive. All right, even if it's something that you don't feel very experienced in, even if it's something to where you don't know what's going to happen, don't be afraid, again, to go for it, to say what's in your heart, and to follow that. All right, let's see next, what does full moon will be bringing into your awareness, Taurus? So we've got a couple of Knights here showing up. So there's some passion and that emotion, that the emotional energy and the spirit energy, the inspired action that we're seeing linking up. Definitely. I mean, I get that, with this Knight of Wands, I feel like, the Knight of Cups, Knight of Wands, you're ready to move forward and to pounce into something, to explore is what I'm also getting. I feel like there's something about gaining some form of experiences. Now, we don't want to let our passions, we don't want to let our emotions get the better of us. So just be mindful to that, Taurus, not to be reactive to things, but give yourself that space to breathe, to pause, while you're in that sort of hot pursuit of something or someone. You could be very much ready to, for example, I don't know why, but I feel like if you haven't been like moving around lately, if you've been a little bit, slowed down in your energy, if you've been a little cooped up, this is definitely your sign to get up, get out, go out and do something. All right. What do you need to revisit with this full moon? The Devil. All right. So, there's an awareness, self-awareness of any self-limiting patterns, behaviors, negative energies, toxicity, any addictive energies, or again, behaviors and patterns that may have been getting the better of you. You know, you've been aware. And so this is that time to, again, not get carried away by your urges, for example. All right. Even if this has nothing to do with you, but it's a person or a situation that you're surrounded by, things that are making you feel triggered in terms of fight or flight reflexes, for example. All right. So this devil energy tells you to take control. Take control of your reality by not being, again, reactive, but rather, as we know, being responsive to the situations. The devil is a master of the physical. So there's also this energy of not being hindered or afraid to, you know, like we said with these nights, go after whatever it is that's speaking to you that you're wanting, while finding that balance again and not being reactive. Okay. Capricorn energy here with this devil card, you know, just to kind of keep that in mind. If that has any influence in your chart, in another personality around you, or even a timing. Okay, let's get some advice for a smooth full moon. Father of Wands, you're wanting to ascend into this father energy. From the sun energy, we're evolving into this father energy. From the night, we're evolving into the king mode. So again, that's about pacing yourself. We're looking at the bigger picture. We're not being reactive, we're being responsive. But we also know that with this king cobra, right, when the right opportunity presents itself, being ready and willing to strike as needed, as necessary. Okay, I see this Father of Wands, this King of Wands, as a visionary. So we're holding a vision, we're opening up to the future possibility, potential, we're being inspired by it, and we're taking the aligned and inspired actions accordingly. All right, so we're being inquisitive, we're being adventurous, we're, you know, shedding any apprehensions to try something new, to go after something, or to pursue something further, as well as, again, understanding the long-term effect of things, understanding and holding that vision that just because others can't see the potential in what we see, it shouldn't stop us, it shouldn't stop you, Taurus, from going after that dream. It shouldn't stop you from taking the actions, you know, and having that willingness to put yourself out there. Allow for your passions to guide you. Allow for your inspired creative energy to guide you. Okay, tune into that third eye, and allow for your experiences, because you've learned some lessons when it comes to jumping the gun. So that's where, again, we ascend into that king energy of self-discipline. All right, self-awareness. So what type of downtime, what type of vacation is your soul craving? Mother of Pentacles, true to your nature, Taurus. We've got that Earth Mother energy, Queen of Pentacles. So we're aware of the future, right? These more parental cards showing up in terms of what's manifesting and what's coming into being here. Is you having that awareness, okay? Responsibility and self-discipline are going to be key about locking in these energies. This could be part of what's bubbling beneath the surface, just sort of, you know, creating this feeling of antsy, you know, just being antsy, for example, and feeling like, all right, I need to kind of get out there or whatnot. But having that self-awareness to breathe and to think about the future, to plan for the future, all right, and your future security, your future stability, of course, Taurus. And so all that being said, I encourage you to check out your other aspects, your rising, your moon signs, maybe even your Venus or North Node, if that speaks to you. But otherwise, you know where to go, what to do, girlinnermoon.com to schedule your own pre-recorded reading or 45-minute live session. We're here for you, Taurus. Have a blessed and beautiful Leo full moon. Till next time. Gemini, how are you? Kapualani here with your girl and her moon, Leo full moon reading. So Gemini, let's dive in. Let's see what the cards, what messages from Spirit are coming through for you here and now, Gemini. All right, so first up, let's get your message from the universe. What do you need to hear in this moment, Gemini? Mother of Swords, opening up with your own airy energy, airy nature. Have you been in a very sort of inspired or dream-like, daydreaming sort of state of being, Gemini? If not, maybe open up to that. And if you have been, it's time to maybe ground that energy and think about how you want to apply yourself. Not keep those ideas just kind of wafting in the air, but understand what we can do to start to line things up. All right, start to put things into order. Maybe make a list, maybe have a plan that you're putting together. And if you've already put a plan together, if you already made a list, all right, let's go ahead and start to apply ourselves, right? And so this Mother of Swords is also reminding us to detach from any emotional stuff without losing sight of our sense of feeling, right? We want to stay connected to our emotional states, but know how to see people, places, and situations for who and what they are, not what we wish for them to be, right? So just kind of keeping that in mind. Let's see next what this full moon in Leo will be bringing to your awareness. The Empress. Okay, so there's this feminine energy coming through, Gemini, in your energies. The Empress is all about really seeing yourself as the source, all right, of your abilities in terms of manifesting, co-creating. Okay, you're in this mode to really put together the life, the lifestyle, even the goals and the dreams that you have. You're in a position to start to bring that into fruition if you haven't been working toward that already. Okay, this is a time to recognize that you're exactly where you need to be, right here, right now, Gemini. Okay, it's just that time to be present to that energy, to embrace it. Taurus energy, when we see this Empress card coming through, so an air of practicality, an air of approaching things from the ground up. Like I said earlier, if you've been in a daydreaming type of space and open to the possibilities and the fantasy, it's time to bring that to ground, to ground that into being, to see things from the ground up, to start from the ground up. All right, so let's see what you might be revisiting. Five of Swords, your state of mind. Okay, I want to say, be kind to your mind. I say that sometimes when I see the Five of Swords. Try not to let your doubts or fears, let any feelings of I can't stop you, okay? Start to recognize and acknowledge where you may be talking yourself out of doing something. All right, or where you may be kind of saying, oh, well, like I really would love for this to happen, but I don't know, just dancing around something. Like I said, keeping an idea or a goal or a plan wafting in the air and just in the dream state, right? That Five of Swords is about recognizing where and how you're psyching yourself out so that you don't do that anymore. And also be mindful to your audience, be mindful to the people that you're sharing those ideas with. Are they talking you down or talking you out of it? Are you going to people that you know will just negate it for you and prevent you from really trusting in yourself and seeing the good that you have right in front of you? All right, let's get you some advice for a smooth full moon, Gemini. All right, we've got Aquarius energy. So the air energies are really around you, Gemini. With this Fool, it's about taking that step out there. What are you birthing right now? We've got this Mother, Empress energy and this childlike energy, all this fertility that's coming through, available to you right now, Gemini. All right, this is that time to let loose, to try something new, to open up to the new cycles, the fresh starts that are making themselves available to you. All right, I feel like you can see it. There just may be a bit of apprehension for whatever reason in really going for it and applying yourself and taking that first step. And there's that they heard is like the first step might be a little bit of a doozy. So be mindful, maybe that being said, of where you are stepping, of how you are proceeding and moving forward. Be mindful, but don't be hindered at all. Don't allow for, again, any either lack of experience or uncertainty stop you from taking that first step. let yourself just embrace your inner child energies and go for it. Look on the lighter, brighter side of things. Move away from negative attitudes, mindsets, or behaviors, okay? Even if it's not coming from you. Again, maybe it's coming from another or others around you, okay? Just move forward from that. Let's see what sort of break, what sort of downtime your soul is craving. You want to be in control, all right? We've got Virgo Gemini energy here with the Magician. So, you're coming through a bit here with the air qualities, okay, Gemini? And so this is telling me that this may be a good time to really have a solid look in the mirror and acknowledge yourself, and give yourself some credit, okay? The Magician is self-empowerment. Not only can you see the going like 0 to 1, right? We're taking these steps moving forward, all right? You're acknowledging your own mastery here. And it's about, again, grounding it. We got the Pentacle with that cheetah's paw on the Pentacle, looking at the vision ahead. And rather than just seeing that vision, and saying, oh well, I don't know where I am versus where I want to be, line things up. It may be a lot simpler than what you might be realizing, okay, Gemini? So all that being said, Gemini, I encourage you to check out your rising sign, your moon sign, for some deeper guidance and insight. And while you're at it, if it speaks to you, your North Node, your Venus, I like to add those in there. But at any rate, you can find us, where to go, girlandhermoon.com, to schedule your own session to dive into any of these messages or wherever you'd like to explore deeper, pre-recorded or 45-minute live sessions. We are here for you, Gemini. So have a blessed, beautiful, and bright Leo full moon. See you next time. Take care. Hey Cancer, Kapualani here with your girl and her moon, Leo full moon reading. I hope that this finds you doing well, Cancer. And if not, I'm sending good vibes, loads of light and energy support your way. So let's see what we see here, Spirit. What does Cancer need to know in regards to this Leo full moon? So this is for Cancer. Cancer, what does Cancer need to know? Thank you, Spirit. All right, first up, your message from the universe, the world. Okay, so you're opening up with the world, Cancer. Are there things that have come full circle? This energy of fulfillment comes through when we see the world. And a lot of times when we're looking at timing, there could be something significant that happened, around this time last year, perhaps. Maybe think about that in terms of what is influencing you, what you might be feeling, what you might be reactive or responsive to. Okay, look at the bigger picture when we see the world. As a note, the world is reflective to the fixed signs. So Leo, Aquarius, Taurus, and Scorpio. If you have any of those aspects in your chart, any personalities, people with those signs or with that sign around you, or even a timing of things, okay? But with this world, we're looking at the bigger picture, and we're a lot more expansive in how we are approaching things. It's time to open up and maybe see things, that it is a whole new world for you to embrace, Cancer, all right? So let's see what this full moon in Leo is bringing into your awareness. The sun, wow, Cancer, look at you. Another Leo energy coming through with that Leo and the world energy, the fixed signs, as I had mentioned, but the bigger picture, a fresh start. Okay, you've definitely closed out likely a significant cycle. Okay, and if you aren't really seeing it, maybe again, take this time to look back at where you were at this time last year, okay? And so with this sun energy, you're being encouraged to see yourself, see your surroundings, people, places, and experiences for who and what they are. The sun is all about things being revealed. Nothing is hidden here. We're tapping into our joy. We're tapping into our sense of free will. If it speaks to you, solar plexus energy, that's that free will center point, and also maybe doing a bit of solar plexus balancing and understanding, hey, I have liberated myself, I have completed a new cycle, what's in store for me in terms of following that sense of childlike wonder and abandon, okay? Because with that sun, again, it is all about joy. So you want to tap into your sense of joy right now more than anything, okay? This is a Leo full moon, so see how that impacts you. What you'll need to revisit this Leo full moon, choices and decisions, okay, with the Two of Pentacles, finding a sense of balance step by step, staying focused on what you are working at, what you are working toward, and the developments that have taken place. With this Two of Pentacles, for whatever reason, I'm getting 2 years maybe for someone. So if it's not even a year cycle, because I did pick that up, to be honest, Cancer, when I said, okay, a year cycle, part of me was feeling maybe it's been longer than a year, maybe it's been a bigger cycle than that. Okay. So maybe it's been within the past couple of years that there have been a lot of changes, a lot of growth, perhaps, things coming, again, like I said, full circle here. Okay, so with this Two of Pentacles, again, what you might be revisiting is keeping your eye on the prize, not losing sight or getting distracted by other possibilities, but taking a notice with the growth that you've established thus far. Okay, finding your balance as it is, bringing things into balance, focusing on balance and harmony, and maybe even physically, as you're out there, making sure that you're not getting distracted, dropping things or tripping up on something, but staying present to where you are right here, right now. There could be something physically about like when you're walking or moving in terms of paying attention and not getting distracted for whatever reason. Okay, Cancer, I'm picking up on that. So let's get you some advice for a smooth full moon. What's coming into fruition? We've got the Three of Wands here. I like that. So it's about really staying inspired in terms of where you're going. When we see the Three of Wands, there's that saying that the ships are coming in. So stay optimistic, Cancer. What you seek is seeking you. Okay? What you seek is seeking you. Keep up the good work. Keep up the momentum. Pace yourself. There's no rush here. Okay? You're headed in a solid direction. I want to say the right direction, but of course that's for you to decide. Okay? When we see the Three of Wands again, I get this sense of opening up to the possibilities and continuing to move forward with a sense of inspiration and motivation, and that you're just continuing to move further and further along and ahead on the path that's in front of you. All right, so next, let's see what sort of vacation, what sort of downtime your soul is craving. Cancer, Six of Pentacles. You're ready to see the improvements. You're ready for that return on your long-term investments, okay? You're ready. I just see you like palms open where you're like, okay, I have been nurturing and watering these seeds, this, whatever this development is, like, let me see what's going on here. So more of this expansion in terms of balance. Okay, for whatever reason, I'm getting 2 times 3 is what? 6. So there's a multiplication of good things that are going to be making themselves available to you, a multiplication of good that you should be seeing and be welcoming in, be embracing and calling in. Okay, get ready to receive. Where you may have been of assistance, where you may have been supportive of others, this is that time to allow yourself to be supported. Okay, remember that. I'm just getting this message. There may be others around you who are wanting to give to you, who are wanting to show up, who are wanting to be of service to you, especially where you've been there for them. So let them be of service to you. Let them support you. Okay, Cancer? And all that being said, don't forget to check out your moon and rising signs for some deeper insights. I also encourage you, if it speaks to you, if it resonates, to visit with your North Node and your Venus signs as well, if that should interest you, if that should speak to you. Don't forget also to schedule your own personal session, whether it's a 45-minute live or a pre-recorded reading with us at girlandhermoon.com. Take care and have a blessed and bright Leo full moon, Cancer. Till next time. Hey, Leo. Kapualani here with your girl and her moon Leo full moon reading. So this is your Leo full moon, Leo. I hope that this finds you doing well, and otherwise I do send you loads of light, energy, support, and good vibes, Leo. So let's see what is in store for Leo spirit, and thank you in advance. What's coming through for Leo here? Okay, so First up, Leo, what do you need to hear from the universe? Let's get your message from the universe. Nine of Cups. We got wishes and fulfillment coming through, Leo. So this is that time to really just embrace the good that you have managed to attain for yourself. Embrace the joy of being in the moment. Nine energies I see is very independent. It's about looking back and reflecting at how far you've managed to come to this point. Okay. And if you take that moment of pause to look back, Leo, you may see that you're further along, further ahead than maybe you realize, or if you have realized it, good for you. It's time to just have fun, kick up your heels, and allow the flow to carry you forward and onward. Because what's after that Nine of Cups is the Ten of Cups, right? The ultimate in celebration. This is your personal celebration. So take that time again to acknowledge the joy, like how what you have managed to fulfill in your own life, in your own sort of the goals that you've had for yourself. Okay. What are you going to be, or rather, excuse me, what is this Leo full moon bringing into your awareness, Leo? The Seven of Pentacles. Yeah, it's bringing to your awareness again the steps that you have managed to accomplish and take thus far. The Seven of Pentacles, I like to lean into this energy as a card of personal inventory. Okay, so it's time to really reflect upon like this Nine of Cups. Maybe on a physical level, you're like, well, I'm only 70% of the way there. But in terms of, again, the joy, the actual fulfillment and the flow, you're doing really well for yourself. So use this time to get organized. Use this time to tend to your garden, weed out whatever needs to be weeded out, all right? Make any adjustments that need to make to continue to have forward moving progress, have that momentum. Use this time, if it feels like there's been any downtime, to acknowledge where have you been investing your time, energy, and value. Who have you been investing your time, energy, and value into? And has it been worthwhile? And if so, okay, great. What steps do you need to be taking to maintain and sustain that flow and that consistency? And if it's not been worth your while, again, those adjustments. What adjustments need to be made so that you can continue to make some positive progress here, Leo? All right. So what are you going to be revisiting? That being said, Ten of Swords. It's time to breathe, Leo. It's time to breathe. Not to sound strange or anything, but I kind of like that if we're going to see this Ten of Swords, it's in an area where this is what you're also cycling out of. So you already know how you are when it comes to having anxiety, when it comes to overthinking, when it comes to being even oversaturated by having just too many thoughts, too much on your plate, and not knowing how to prioritize or how to just breathe and be calm. And, so when we look at this Ten of Swords, what makes the most sense here? If we're going to start to remove swords from this bull ox, what would be the first one that would make sense to pull out, to withdraw? Probably the one from its eyes, right? So you want to take a look at what's right in front of you. Get out of your head and look at what is tangibly right in front of you to take action upon, especially if you do have like a to-do list, for example. Sometimes we have a lot of things that we need to do, but again, with this Seven of Pentacles, maybe it is time to get organized. Make that list. And sometimes things don't always go according to that list in order, but it's about knowing that you have something that you can just check off. You can see your own progress. So that might be part of it, Leo. Maybe it is time to jot things down so that you yourself can both quantify and qualify what you've been able to accomplish thus far, what still needs to become, getting out of those cycles of insanity, and self-torment, for example. Okay, so let's get you some advice for a smooth full moon. Daughter of Cups, we're going back to that cup energy, the water energy in the sense of flow and a sense of joy. The Page of Cups, pages are messengers, Leo, and so it's like listen to your heart and be open to joyful, positive, fun communications, or even if it's just listening to good music, putting on a good show, keeping things lighthearted, easy breezy, nice and flowy here. Be open to being spontaneous as well, okay? Try the new things, taste the new flavors, that sort of thing. Be aware of your own sensitive nature as well, so that you're not forcing yourself to jump into something, whether it's a conversation or an event, whatever it is, that you're not pushing yourself to do something something that energetically you just kind of like, you know what I mean? You would end up being reactive and be like, I made the wrong, you know what I mean? I shouldn't be here. I didn't want to get all involved in this. Like, I can't be around a lot of people right now. Be aware of your own sensitive nature, and it's okay for you to just kind of do your own thing right now, Leo. It's totally okay. All right. But let's see what sort of vacation, what sort of break or downtime your soul is craving. Yeah, we've got the hangman energy. Hangman is this Pisces energy, so the water stuff showing up here. But with the hangman, it's about stepping back, looking at things from a different perspective, using your own unique perspective to see yourself, to see the situation, the circumstances. This is a good time to take a moment of pause, to reflect again, and to realize and understand, am I holding myself up? Am I holding myself back in any which way? And maybe it's better to do that. Like I said earlier, maybe it's like, when we look at this bat being a nocturnal creature, why should you force yourself to go against your nature right now? And first you have to what? Be aware of what your nature is, right? Be aware of your nature, and that, I'm not going to force myself. If I'm a bat, why do I want to force myself to be out in the middle of the daytime? All right, I'm going to rest, even though maybe I would love to be part of the group or part of the crowd, or maybe even though I love these people and I want to be there for them right now, I'm just not in that space. And that's okay, Leo. All right, so I encourage you, Leo, check out your moon rising signs, maybe even your Venus North Node if that speaks to you. But otherwise, you know what to do, where to go, girlandhermoon.com for any other guidance or support you should need in the meantime. So have a blessed, bright, and beautiful Leo full moon, Leo. Take good care till next time. Hey Virgo, how are you? Kapualani here with your girl and her moon, Leo full moon reading. I hope that this finds you doing well, Virgo. Let's see what we see for you. See what the cards, what spirit, what guidance. This Leo full moon, we already have like this full energy popping out. Wow, okay, so Aquarius energy. If you have Aquarius in your chart, or you are dealing with an Aquarius, or maybe even about the timing of things. I believe we are actually in Aquarius season as it is, Virgo. But let's see. I mean, I'm like, wait, are we? I don't know the timing of all of this. Forgive me. But Virgo, as I was saying, wow, we had that popping out of the Fool. So maybe you are wanting to lighten things up. Maybe you're ready for a new cycle, a fresh start in some sort of way. Maybe you're ready to just be a lot more aligned, locked into your inner child energies in a positive way. Maybe there's some inner child healing going on. Nevertheless, let's see what you need to hear from the universe. 8 of Swords. Things are in development, okay? Something is in development for you right now, Virgo. Maybe you yourself are feeling caught up in your thoughts. Maybe you're feeling a little stuck, a little uncomfortable with not having control over certain aspects of your life or life situation is also part of what I'm getting. But just remember, when we have the 8 of Swords, again, as I said earlier, there's something in development. You may yourself be in a state of transformation, metamorphosis, in so many ways. But that's where I was saying there are some things that may be in development. You yourself, maybe evolving or growing from one state of being to another. The main thing here is not to get so caught up in your thinking in the mental that you lose sight of the bigger picture and you're not taking the actions that you need to take. All right, so this is where you recognize what you have control over versus what you just don't have control over, so that you're not, again, I'm hearing you're not wasting any time. And I don't mean that in a negative sense, but I just mean you're not getting distracted by things you simply have no control over, Virgo. All right. So it's kind of like let go, let flow. But let's see what this Leo full moon be bringing to your awareness. Justice. So we got 8 energies here. All right. Justice, scales, a balance. All right. Divine time, order, and alignment working in your favor. So just realize, Virgo, whatever it is that's going on, wherever you may not feel like you have complete control, or that you can see where any of this is heading, trust that it will be working out, okay, in the end, overall. Libra energies, when we got the Justice card here. So whether that's in your chart anywhere, whether it is a personality around you or a timing of events, okay, just keep that in mind. But again, the Justice is working on your behalf. So if you are caught up in some sort of a situation where a major decision needs to take place, okay, if it's about about documents, if it's about even legal stuff in general, you know what I mean? And just know again that this Justice card does bode well for you. All right, what are you potentially revisiting this full moon? Tower. Okay, was there some sort of significant change? Something again that was like with this Eight of Swords beyond your control, beyond your awareness, or even if you did see the change coming, it's something that once it happened, once a change was made, once a decision or whatever, was initiated, there's no going back. All right. We also see this tower as something that could deal, like with this Eight of Swords, with your own mindset. All right. And so just be sure that you aren't driving yourself cuckoo bonkers. All right. Sometimes when I see the tower energy, I think of like, when we are just our own wheels are spinning, because it's that crown chakra that's just like mind blown, right? With the lightning that's hitting the top of that tree, the tower, again, the crown chakra energy, and just sort of spinning your wheels, and just everything just doesn't seem to be, things just don't seem to be going right. I feel like I'm out of control, that no matter what I do, it's just going to be a disaster. Be aware of any self-deprecating thoughts. Be aware of any fears or doubts that may be triggering you, or maybe sort of having this hold on you. All right. And take a breath here. Tower energy is Scorpio energy, just as a reminder, just in case, again, it has any sort of influence. But let's get you some advice for a smooth Leo full moon. Five of Wands. So I feel like with the Five of Wands, it's being mindful to, like the energies, the people that are around you. Don't give up. Five of Wands calls for you to really assert and apply yourself. Sometimes there may be some tension that needs to be worked through, whether that tension is just occurring inwardly, or it's something, again, that's in your environment, okay? But with this Five of Wands, you're really being called to apply yourself. Practice makes perfect at times when I see the Five of Wands. So don't give up, okay? Don't let any fears, doubts, or just like, that kind of stuff. Try to recognize it so that you can get a hold of things, find and reestablish that sense of inner balance, and keep going. All right, keep going. Don't allow for challenges to prevent you from making something happen. Okay, it's not about forcing anything here, Virgo, but it's just about, again, overcoming our own negative or potentially fearful, doubtful mindsets. Okay, so what sort of vacation, what sort of downtime is your soul craving, Virgo? Nine of Cups. Yeah, you just want to kind of chill. You want to enjoy the successes that you've gained. And when I see nine, I tend to think of independence or the individual. So it's okay right now if you're keeping certain successes, feelings, and such to yourself. Maybe there's people around you who are not doing quite as well, or don't know how to shift out of and away from that kind of stuff, this tower mindset, like I said earlier, the frustrations or whatnot. And for you, even though you might be feeling a certain, or experiencing something like that, doesn't mean that you can't shift your focus. I feel like you can, Virgo. And so that's where you're being called to take a look at the things that you've managed to accomplish, see how far you've come, and celebrate that. Whether, you know what I mean? You don't need to, you can keep it to yourself, in other words. Low key, maybe treat yourself to dinner, or just, stay in and watch a really good movie, and have a good meal to eat, so that you yourself can be in appreciation of you. Okay, Virgo, I mean, of you for once. I don't know why I got that, Virgo, but that's just what came through. But at any rate, Virgo, I do encourage you, of course, to check out your moon rising signs for some deeper insights, deeper guidance, maybe even your Venus, your North Node, if that speaks to you. But otherwise, our website, of course, you know what to do, where to go, girllettermoon.com, for any other guidance or support you should need in the meantime, whether it is a 45-minute live reading or a pre-recorded. But we're here for you. Have a blessed and beautiful Leo full moon, Virgo. Till next time. Hi Libra, Kapualani here with your girl and her moon Leo full moon reading. So let's see what messages Spirit has for you this Leo full moon Libra. Right away, we've got the Son of Cups, the Knight of Cups making an appearance. So I'm hearing overall the message there, follow your heart and don't be afraid to pursue your gut instincts, all right? Without also allowing for your emotions to cloud your judgment or to, rule what it is that you do. Don't let your emotions control you, in other words, Libra, okay? But let's see. Overall, opening things up, your message from the universe, Libra, Ace of Swords. Okay, so there is a new perspective. There is a new cycle opening up for you, making itself available. There may be a significant choice or decision, a significant direction that if you've been thinking of making a certain choice, moving in a certain direction, a decision, this would be validating and affirming that you're on the right track. All right, Libra, this Leo full moon, it may be time for you to make some sort of a significant choice or decision. The Ace of Swords is, with that air energy in mind, of course, you having, or rather being an air sign, Libra. I like that we've got this Ace of Swords. I don't know why, but I just feel that there is something very, very validating. Like, I almost want to say, if you've been holding back and saying something and getting your point across, I don't know why, but that was just a message that came through, Libra. This, again, is very validating and affirming to go ahead and say what needs to be said. Have confidence in yourself and in the direction that you see yourself heading in, all right? Let's keep this moving here and see what this full moon in Leo will be bringing into your awareness. Four of Wands. So I heard right away clarity of vision. There may be a new perspective, relationship, partnership that you may be interested in. Maybe you were wondering, should I be open to pursuing this? Should I be open to being pursued? So the answer to this question would be yes. All right. The Four of Wands, the Ace of Swords, very validating again and affirming energies that we're seeing here. You may be looking to establish yourself in a new way. So if this is not about a partnership, a relationship, whether love or work related, this again comes down to your own vision and creating a foundation for yourself from which to continue to build upon and pursue. Okay. So again, Libra, you're heading in the right direction here. What will you potentially be revisiting this Leo full moon? Three of Swords. So, okay. Maybe that's why you're watching this. Again, needing that clarification, needing that validation. Three of Swords, I'm hearing the word indecision. Sometimes when we see the Three of Swords, it can be when, our experiences in the past or conditioning from the past, stress, fears, worries, doubts about the future prevents us from being present to the moment. All right. And again, like I said earlier about choices and decisions that are being made, maybe at one point you felt like you were at a fork in the road or you were just feeling very much torn about what you should do. Spirit's reminding me of that Knight of Cups, the Son of Cups that popped out earlier. And, like you said, with that Knight of Cups, being confident in where your heart, your soul, your gut is guiding you and going after it, not being afraid to pursue, to take action, to move, make movement, or rather I should say, because the Knights are about movement. And so, okay, what we might be revisiting, there are some thoughts that may be coming through, maybe there's some negative chatter, gossip, whatnot that may have made you feel a certain way, may have created certain doubts in your mind, but you're moving on from that, Libra. All right, you are moving on from it. Be aware that there may be some things that you're still healing in the meantime. So I'm hearing, as much as you want to move forward and move onward, and you are being called to, you are actually doing that. It's not about running away from anything, okay? So let's get some advice for a smooth Leo full moon. Wheel of Fortune, yep. Wheel of Fate, Wheel of Destiny. Where things have not worked out, where they haven't been working out, get ready, Libra, for things to shift, for better times to be underway, all right? Step back and look at the bigger picture. Notice any major patterns, any major even habits that either work for you or that have worked against you, okay? This is that time to evolve beyond and out of those patterns that have not worked, to start to look into and embrace the habits that have worked, right? And start start to just move more in that direction. So with the Wheel of Fortune, we do have potentially significant cycles that are ending, and again, fresh starts or new beginnings that are presenting themselves. Okay. What sort of vacation, what sort of downtime is your soul craving, Libra? 5 of Swords. Okay, so there is something here dealing with mindset. There is something here, if it does deal with another person, have there been certain arguments? Have there been areas where you just haven't been on the same page as someone, even yourself, feeling that sense of inner conflict? This is time to step out of conflict. You're ready, willing, and wanting, even you're able, okay, to move away from that sort of heavier mindset of self-doubt, self-torment. We're moving beyond these spaces of what's a word that I'm looking for, psyching yourself out. All right, that's sometimes what I see when the 5 of Swords appears, is when we talk ourselves out of something before we've even given ourselves a chance to go through with it, to try something. Okay, and so again, like, that may be part of it if it is an internal dialogue, but this 4 of Wands is telling me that maybe you're ready to have some positive exchanges externally as well. So recognizing, there are certain individuals that it's like, even if you hope for a reset, they still want to get into an argument with you, no matter what you say, no matter what you do. And you're ready to move on from that. You're ready to move forward. You're ready to embrace like things that are going to be a bit more in sync and aligned in step with where you are, with how you see things. All right, so Libra, I encourage you to check out your moon and rising signs for some deeper insights. Also, I encourage that you look into your Venus and North nodes if that speaks to you. But you know what to do, where to go, girlonhermoon.com for any other guidance or support you should need in the meantime, whether it's a 45-minute live reading or a pre-recorded. But otherwise, have a blessed and bright full Leo moon. Hello, Scorpio. How are you? Kapualani here with your girl and her moon Leo full moon reading. I hope that this finds you doing well. And if not, I do send you loads of light, support, good vibes overall, Scorpio. So let's see, Spirit, what does Scorpio need to know? This Leo full moon, Spirit, what does Scorpio need to know? So this is for Scorpio, Spirit. This reading is for Scorpio. So what do we see for Scorpio, Spirit? All right, opening things up, let's get your message from the universe, Scorpio. The Chariot, so balance very much coming through, Cancerian energy when we see the Chariot. When I pick up on with this Chariot is, I don't know why, but it's like, the first thing I'm hearing is control, staying in control, noticing if and where you have maybe been a little bit controlling and, loosening your grip a bit on the reins. So if your grip has been a little bit kind of I don't know why, but I'm just getting loosey-goosey, or I don't know why the word meandering is coming up. You want to just kind of buckle down and stay focused on where you're heading, okay? This Chariot energy is also about having faith that you'll figure things out when you get there, okay? When you get to the, what's that saying? You'll cross that bridge when you get there, that sort of thing. And so that's part of the encouragement here with the Chariot. You may be traveling or thinking about traveling when we see this Chariot energy as well. And if you're not traveling, maybe you're having some visitors, but I get some kind of movement here, whether it's a relocation, a vacation, just taking a little road trip, whatever the case. Maybe that's something that is going to be fulfilling for you, Scorpio, if you haven't already thought about that. But I feel like it's something that may kind of be circulating for you. Okay. So let's keep going here. Let's see what will be coming into your awareness this Leo full moon. Temperance. So we've got Sagittarius energy. So balance again, harmony and balance, integration. Okay, when we have this Temperance energy and this Chariot, there's something specifically that I feel you're needing to really keep an eye on for whatever reason, Scorpio. I feel like it's, if something is in process, if something is in development for you, if you are in the midst of making something or doing something, putting something together, even if it's having a very engaging conversation, it's almost like watch your words, Be mindful of your intentions. Make sure that whatever it is that you're doing this with integrity. And I say that because this heron in this temperance card is a symbol of integrity. Additionally, in the traditional Rider-Waite version of the tarot, we have Archangel Michael, all right, that's kind of doing the blending of the chalices and things that we see. There could be something that is calling for you to just be mindful of also like the gas and the brakes, the stop and the go, all right? When you take an action, when you say something, when you do something, you want to make sure that you're also being mindful of how those words, those actions are affecting yourself as well as those around you. Okay, so be mindful of the bigger picture. Be mindful again of your trajectory and where you're trying to drive things. What is your goal? What is motivating you here? All right, is some of the deeper messages that I'm getting, Scorpio. What will you need to be revisiting? 8 of Swords, so that things are actually in development. You may not feel as though you have complete control over how things are developing or where they're going. It might be very uncomfortable for you right now, Scorpio, but you will be emerging, just like with this butterfly and moth that eventually is getting ready to emerge from this chrysalis state. It's not very comfortable when you're in that transformational metamorphosis process, of course, right? Or imagine that it wouldn't be. It might be actually a little bit painful to feel like trapped in your thoughts, for example, unable to see what steps 9 and 10 are going to look like, but knowing you're eventually going to have to take them. That might be a little bit, I'm hearing the words even torturous for whatever reason, Scorpio, but just realize, okay, that you will move beyond this, that you don't need to get caught up too much in your thoughts, but focus on the things that you can focus on. Focus on what you do have control over again, and know that you're going to cross that bridge when you get there. You'll deal with things when it's time to deal with it, and until then, there's not really much else you can do otherwise. So let's get you some advice for a smooth Leo full moon. 5 of Swords, this is about mindset. Yep, be kind to your mind. Get out of the doubts, the fears, the suspicions. And if you do have certain suspicions that you feel have some form of credence or validity, investigate. Ask the right questions. Don't just go poking and prodding. Don't, you know what I mean? Again, that energy of integrity is there. Don't be afraid to address it. Now, if you're dealing with someone who has a little bit of a shady character, who likes to argue, to kind of like throw you off, I don't know why, but I got that coming through. Don't be your own worst enemy here. Step back and don't allow for their energies, their character, their behaviors. Don't absorb that. Don't take that onto yourself, okay? So that's where I feel it's like that balance is in mind, because sometimes we don't have a choice. We sort of have no choice but to interact or engage with certain people, right? But again, it's how you manage the circumstances, how you deal with all of it. Okay, let's see what kind of vacation your soul is craving, Scorpio. Wheel of Fortune, yeah, you're ready for that shift, that change. You're ready for things to start moving in your favor. And this Wheel of Fortune is very telling that it will, okay? And so just be aware of what side of the wheel that you're standing on. I don't know why, but it came through to say that. Wheel of Fortune, of course, it does identify you here as a fixed sign with Scorpio, Leo, Taurus, and Aquarius. So your own energy again, Scorpio, showing through. You just kind of want to be in your own realm, in your own world, doing your own thing, but just be aware, all right, that whether you're standing still or not, life continues to move. People continue to live and breathe and make their own choices. So sometimes all you can do is honor your own heart. I don't know why, but I just kind of had to say that, Scorpio, all right? But I do encourage you to check out your other signs, your moon and rising especially, but I also like to add in your Venus, North nodes, if that speaks to you. And of course, you know what to do, where to go, girlonamoon.com, to schedule your own 45-minute live session or a pre-recorded. But otherwise, have a blessed and bright full moon, Scorpio. Till next time. Hey, Sagittarius, Kapualani here with your girl and her moon, Leo full moon reading. Let's see what messages the cards, what messages Spirit has for you. So Sagittarius, what's coming through for Sagittarius? Spirit, what does Sagittarius need to know for this Leo full moon? And thank you. Okay. All right, Sagittarius, your message from the universe. Wow, look at that. Judgment. So, is there some sort of a major judgment call that's being made that you're anticipating, that you're needing to make? I feel like you're on the right track here. Judgment is also a card that symbolizes epiphanies, it symbolizes realizations, very powerful realizations, revelations, even second chances. So, what you thought may have been over and done with, you may be seeing a resurgence, something coming back to life, something circling back around again, an opportunity. We'll see where else this energy flows for us. But overall, just as a note, with this judgment card, again, I'm just feeling like, you may be in this position yourself to look at the bigger picture in terms of, again, choices and decisions that are being made and how that's going to impact you in the long run. For whatever reason, I got that message for you, Sagittarius. So let's see what this Leo full moon will be bringing into your awareness. Peaceful transitions, 6 of Swords. Okay, so there is some movement that's happening here. You may be thinking of relocating, of traveling, or even moving on from just any kind of previous conflicting moments, things where, the answers or the direction of where things were headed, where that may have eluded you. You may be in this position of having to surrender a bit to the unknown, but trusting and knowing that things are getting better, that it will get better, and that you're well on your way to the other side of all of this, all right? So, let's keep it flowing, Sagittarius. Let's see what you might be revisiting this Leo full moon. 8 of Wands. I don't know why, but the first thing that came to mind when I saw this 8 of Wands is that word expediency, things moving very quickly. Getting your energies in sync and aligned. Paying attention to the people and the experiences that are surrounding you, who you surround yourself by. Are these personalities, energies, choices, and decisions in alignment with you, with where you see yourself going, with the goals that you've had for yourself, that you do have for yourself, or are they working antithetically to all of that? Okay, and there's something here also about being mindful of what kind of fuel you use to tend to your fire, what kind of fuel, or what kind, you know what I mean, what is fueling your fire, I should say, and what is motivating and inspiring you into action, who and or what is motivating you into action and inspiring you into action. Okay, getting things lined up, because once things do start moving, it can go very quickly. Maybe things have already been moving very quickly, and so it's time to kind of get caught up with all of that. Advice for a smooth Leo full moon. Daughter of Wands. Okay, so with this Daughter of Wands, Page of Wands energy, I feel like the message here is pay attention again to the signs, the synchronicities, even the personalities, behaviors, and actions of those around you. There could be some insights, messages, downloads coming through from spirit being communicated. Even if it is like coming from another person, they may not be aware. They could just be like, it's just whatever it is that they say. It could just be how they show up, and it's about how you're noticing those little details for whatever reason. So ask the right questions, be inquisitive, trust your own instincts. When we see the Page of Wands, this is also an encouragement to try new things, to have fun, to lean more into that playful side. All right, so like acknowledge any areas where things are just a little bit heavy or serious, and trying to consciously choose to look at the brighter side, to deal with things with a lighter kind of energy and not so much seriousness. Okay, so because pages are in a state of development, they're things that are undeveloped, so there may be some immaturity going on somewhere, whether it's yourself or someone around you, but at the same time, I'm getting like, you don't have to take yourself or the situation too seriously, and if someone is being immature, maybe that's where you can take a step back and shift the energy however you feel would be the best way to shift it. Okay, let's see what sort of break, what sort of vacation your soul is craving. 3 of Wands. We got some fiery energies here, Sagittarius. So action oriented, but action in this very sort of positive way is what I'm getting. I feel like this Three of Wands is encouraging you to open up to your third eye visions. Pay attention to your psychic downloads. Again, the signs and the synchronicities will guide you. Okay, so open up to that. Start to notice it. I feel like maybe, even if there's been a number of signs and synchronicities, like, why, I just don't know. Let that simply be a validation that you're on the right track. Okay, you're heading in the right direction. So keep going. Okay, because often with the Three of Wands is that saying the ships are coming in. Okay, so as you continue to move forward toward those ships, you don't need to go bolting down the path toward it. All right, take your time. I'm not trying to say to drag your feet or anything, but try to just, again, look at things from a lighter, brighter type of perspective, especially if you've been waiting for a while for some progress to be made. You are making progress. So that's the biggest message here for you, Sagittarius. But I do encourage you to check out your rising and moon signs for some deeper guidance, insights, and of course, you know what to do, where to go, girlandhermoon.com, for any other guidance or support you should need in the meantime, whether it's a 45-minute live reading or a pre-recorded. So I wish you a very blessed and bright Leo full moon, Sag. Till next time, take care. Hello, Capricorn. How are you? Kapualani here with your girl and her moon, Leo full moon reading. Let's see what the cards have in store for you, what messages Spirit has for you, Capricorn. So Spirit, what does Capricorn need to know here and now? Spirit, thank you. So we have the Two of Pentacles, the Sun of Cups, and the World cards flying out. So maybe there's some choices that you've been making, some balance that's being called for, listening to your heart, but staying grounded and focused on the goal ahead, seeing the bigger picture, understanding that you are cycling out of something major, which we all know, right, Capricorn, from the old Pluto and Capricorn phase that shifted in November, right? And now we're in the Pluto and Aquarius phase. So if you haven't felt things lightening up yet, it will, okay? It takes a little bit of time sometimes to feel those changes, but the changes are coming. All right, and maybe that's part of where that Two of Pentacles, that the Sun, the Two of Pentacles is calling for balance and for you to focus on taking it slow and steady, finding your foothold and not getting too overly excited about what it is that you're doing here and now, but to keep following your gut instincts nonetheless. So again, Spirit, what does Capricorn need to know? Thank you. So first up, your message from the universe, Capricorn. Look at that. We got the Sun. Very, very validating here. So yes, you are on the right track. Yes, there's a bright new day, a brand new day for you to focus on. Each day, each moment is an opportunity, right? To see things from a new perspective, to do things in a positive, different, sort of shifted, evolved kind of a way. Anything hidden is and or will be revealed when we see the Sun. Okay, I'm getting that the Sun is shining the truth on situations, bringing certain things to light. Whatever was hidden will be revealed, is being revealed, Capricorn. Okay, this is a time to surrender to your joys, and surrender to, even like I said earlier with Pluto being in Capricorn, now it's in Aquarius. Free yourself from the past. Okay, let it go. I know it may have been really straining, possibly even traumatic, Pluto and Capricorn, but it's a brand new day. Okay, brand new cycle. All right, what is this full moon bringing to your awareness? Yeah, we're moving on. The Eight of Cups, we're leaving behind the stuff that just, left you feeling maybe disappointed, maybe kind of like saying, is this all that there is? No, of course this isn't all that there is. You have a fresh start in front of you with each day that you live and breathe, each moment, right? As I had said earlier. And so this Eight of Cups is saying that you're ready and it's time to start to head toward, if anything, healing, right? Healing, but trusting and knowing that there's still joy to experience in life. There are still things to bring you fulfillment, things to do, goals, all right, to step into, to accomplish, to co-create and manifest here. So take the reins in that regard, Capricorn, okay? What are you potentially revisiting? Seven of Pentacles. So taking inventory on the people, places, experiences, the decisions that you've made. Where are you investing your time, energy, and value? And has it been worth your while or not? Okay, if it has been worth your while, it's time to really start to put more focus into those people, places, experiences, so forth, those investments. If it hasn't been worth your while, it's time to move on. It's time to ask yourself, why do I just keep throwing pearls to swine? You know, for example, why do I just keep, what is it called? Like throwing all of my hopes and dreams into this black hole of suckage or whatever it is. You know, if you realize that there are certain actions, for example, that keep giving you the same results, but you're expecting something different, isn't that the definition of insanity almost? Doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a different result, right? So it's time to move on. It's time to put things, you know, into alignment, bring some organization, is really look at things for the quality that it's sort of presented you with, you know, in terms of the outcome, in terms of, again, how far things have developed, how much has it developed, or how much has it lacked in development, okay? And, you know, you don't necessarily have to abandon everything, but it's about making those adjustments, taking the steps to adjust the way that you've been doing things. Okay, let's get some advice for a smooth full moon. Three of Swords. Yes, recognize again, just anywhere that you have been feeling conflicted, where maybe you've had a tough time acknowledging or just removing yourself from certain just negative patterns, or people, even people that, you know, like you really want to be there for them, but they always tend to bring you down. They always tend to have something negative to say that sometimes, you know, it can be helpful. Of course, we don't always want to hear the bad news, but sometimes we have to, you know. So Spirit's shifting gears a little bit on that one. So it may be that there could be certain things that it's upsetting or that you didn't want to deal with, that it's just time to deal with it. It's just time to see it for what it is, so that you can empower yourself through action and decide, like, do I want to keep putting up with this or not? Do I want to stay in this same cycle of confusion and conflict, or am I ready to move on? Which I feel that you are ready to move on, Capricorn. Okay, so what sort of vacation is your soul craving? Yeah, look at that, life and death. You're ready for that transformation. You're ready to move on. You're ready to close out things from the past that have just either hurt you or brought disappointment or made you feel very confused or conflicted. It's time to put all that to rest, okay? And it's time for a reset as well, is what I'm hearing when we see this death card, Scorpio energy here, okay? And so I feel like closing out, there's new cycles are already opened. So if there's anything or anyone that you've been hanging on to that's just not working in your favor, that's really bringing you down, or, you know, even just energies or toxic behaviors that just are not serving you, anything and everything that's no longer serving your highest, greatest good and timeline, it's time to let that go. It's time to move on. This is your sign, okay, Capricorn? So I encourage you to check out your other aspects, especially your rising and moon signs. If it speaks to you, I like to throw in your Venus and North nodes as well. But otherwise, visit us girlonhermoon.com to schedule your 45-minute live session or a pre-recorded, because we are here for you. So I wish you a very blessed and bright Leo full moon, Capricorn. Till next time. Greetings, Aquarius. How are you? Kapualani here with your girl and her moon, Leo full moon reading. I hope that this finds you doing well, Aquarius. And if not, I send you loads of light, support, good vibes. So, Spirit, what does Aquarius need to hear in regards to this Leo full moon? Thank you. So again, this is for you, Aquarius. Let's see what you need to hear. Let's see. Okay. Opening things up. What do you need to hear from the universe? Your message from the universe. Your card Aquarius, there you are, front and center, the Fool. Okay, so I feel like, I don't know why, but I'm hearing like leaps and bounds is what I'm getting. I feel like this should be a really exciting full moon energy for you to embrace clean slates, embrace new beginnings. Maybe you yourself have birthed or are birthing some form of something new, whether it's a new life for yourself, whether it's actual like child, that kind of thing. Maybe you're tapping back into your inner child, letting go and letting flow, taking a chance, taking a step out into the unknown, but understanding and knowing, embracing that there's nothing hidden here. Okay, I feel like this is a card that's also symbolizing like an opportunity to learn, an opportunity again to try new things. Okay, so, what will this Leo full moon be bringing to your awareness? Mother of Wands. So, a sense of, self security, self empowerment, creative energy when we have the fire energy here. And this serpent coiled around these eggs. And then we've got this sweet swanling, here front and center again, your energy, Aquarius. So, with this Leo, Sagittarius, Aries energy, there's something about, I don't know why, but it's in it like there's a creative energy for you to embrace, for you to harness. I feel like it's about rebuilding any, if you've lacked confidence anywhere, especially when it comes to putting yourself out there, when it comes to even how you see yourself, whether it's physically, mentally, or emotionally, taking the time to really work on that, taking the time to embrace that, taking the time to see how you have evolved and changed, and how this is in fact a fresh start, a new beginning for you to see yourself differently, to do things differently, to ask yourself, where you would like, or based on the actions that you're taking, the eggs here, the investments that you've been making, it's time to really just hunker down, protect those investments. And you don't need to share your energy with anyone at this time. Is in fact, maybe it's time to protect your energy. That's what I wanted to come through. Thank you, Spirit. So, Aquarius, let's see what you're revisiting potentially. Nine of Swords. I don't know why, but I got like self-doubt here. The Nine of Swords can be about sleeplessness. It can be about anxieties or stress. So maybe you are feeling protective of yourself or another. Maybe you're feeling protective about your future endeavors, future direction, growth. Maybe you do have a particular vision for yourself. And there's some, fears around it. And like, how am I going to make this happen? When is it going to come into being? And oh my gosh, So breathe. First of all, like it's, breathe. Make sure that you're breathing, make sure that you're tending to your mental health, wellness, and well-being, and make sure that you're taking care of yourself. Be aware of your sleep cycles and your activities before you go to bed. Make sure you're not taking anything that's causing you to, just kind of stay up later than you need to, or causing you to wake up in the middle of the night, like cortisol levels, things of that nature. All right. Let's get you some advice, guidance for this Leo full moon. Yeah, self-empowerment here with the Magician. So Virgo, Gemini energy is coming through. So whether this is in your chart, a personality, a person around you, or a timing of things, this Magician energy is all about self-empowerment, okay? So have confidence in your ability to co-create and manifest the life, the reality, the dreams that you desire, that you see in your mind's eye. All right, look no further than where you are right here, right now, to take those aligned, inspired steps toward the success that you desire. Okay, because you're on track here. And we go 0 and 1. I feel like there might have been another sign that had the Fool and the Magician as well. So if you do decide to check out your other aspects and you see that, hey, those are showing up in my other aspects, this for the reading, there's going to be something there to these messages. All right, I just feel it. It's what's coming through in the download. So I really encourage you, I usually save this for the end, but check out your other aspects, your moon, your rising, maybe even Venus North Node, okay, or any of the other signs that resonate with you to look into. All right. But again, this magician is really kind of grasping and embracing your own sense of personal power and will, and knowing that, like the magician, you are that master alchemist. You are, and you do have mastery over the elements: earth, air, fire, water. You just need to bring it together in a space of confidence in your heart area. Trust your heart and soul to know that you've got what it takes to create the life, to create the dreams, to fulfill the goals that you see for yourself. Okay. All right. What sort of vacation is your soul craving? Yeah. 9 of Cups. You just want to chill. You want to enjoy your success, your progress. You want to see those wishes become fulfilled. You want to celebrate that fulfillment, embrace that fulfillment. This may be a situation where you're not in a position to share your successes with others just yet. And maybe that's part of the stress. We got 9 and 9 here, so 9 may be a significant number. 9 is an energy of reflection. I do tend to see 9 as more of the individualistic energy, and an inward energy at times, in terms of looking back to see how far you've come, so that you can appreciate where you are more than anything, Aquarius. Okay, so as I said earlier, check out your moon, rising, maybe even your Venus North nodes for deeper insights. But you know what to do and where to go, Aquarius. girlonhermoon.com for any other guidance or support you should need. Otherwise, and we do have, of course, 45-minute live readings available in addition to the pre-recorded readings. But I wish you a very blessed and bright Leo full moon, Aquarius. Till next time, thanks for being here. Hey there, Pisces. How are you? Kapualani here with your girl and her moon, Leo full moon reading. Let's see, Pisces, what the cards, what spirit has in store for you this Leo full moon. All right, so what is coming through, spirit, for Pisces? What's coming through? We already got Eight of Pentacles. Something is in the works, okay? And you're 80% of the way there. So rather than focusing on steps 9 and 10, Pisces, spirit is saying to take this time to, just kind of tie up any loose ends. Use this time of progress to sort of like clean house a little bit, is kind of what I'm getting. Don't worry too much about needing to take more on, but work with what you've got and prepare for steps 9 and 10. So it's preparation for what's to come, because you are in a growth stage, or a growth state is what I'm picking up on when I see that 8 of Pentacles energy. So again, spirit, what does Pisces need to know for this Leo full moon? Okay, your message from the universe, Pisces. Oh my goodness, look at that. The Lover's energy. You are soaring, ascending, transcending, moving forward and onward here. Okay, there may be a major decision, if not decisions, that you need to make that are underway. Maybe you've already made a significant decision and you're starting to just move forward with that progress, or things could be mid-flight, so to speak. Gemini energies, when we see the Lovers, just as a note or a mention here, there are things that are definitely coming up for harmonizing, is part of what I'm hearing. The Lovers can also indicate a significant commitment that's being made. Like I said, with those choices and decisions, there could be significant contracts for you to review, to look at, or that you may be in the position of working out right now. I get this energy of inner union and harmony that's taking place. So where things may have been out of sync or imbalanced, Pisces, this is that time to focus on bringing things into balance, if that's not already what's in motion for you. All right. Let's see what this Leo full moon will be bringing to your awareness. Mother of Cups. So there's your energy, that water energy, Pisces, coming through. Self-care, self-nurturing, setting and tending to or honoring emotional boundaries. You want to be careful not to overdo or underdo anything right now, especially when it comes to food and drink. Maybe a little bit of overindulgence coming up. So just be mindful of that, all right? Like if you're emotionally eating, for example, okay? Just just understand what's going on. Don't be afraid to tune into your emotions, because we've got this Mother of Cups here who has that awareness, who is in touch with her emotions enough so that she can recognize when others are crossing those boundaries, when others are distorting or clouding the waters around her, so to speak. So you may be very much affected by certain energies going on around you. But again, that's the reason that we bring up or brought up those emotional boundaries, holding those boundaries, recognizing them for yourself so that you can speak up if and when others are starting to maybe push those limits, okay? All right, what we need to revisit. Okay, look at that, the Justice card. So there's something here with balance. There's something here because we've got 2 and 2 here with the aspects of the feminine, the masculine, the yin, and the yang. So definitely beyond your awareness, justice is working on your behalf. So make sure that whatever decisions you are making, it's fair to yourself and fair to others around you. You may need to step back and, be aware of moments when you are acting emotionally, for example. Again, I'm getting also that there could be significant contracts that are coming into play here, agreements, things of that nature. I feel like there's restoration of balance that's coming through as well. So, like, for example, where you've been really overworked or stressed out, this is going to be that time, and just be mindful of a pendulum swing, right? Be mindful of extremes here. So, if you've been stressed out, it's not about, okay, all either work or play. This is that time to find that healthy balance. And it's happening, okay? It's happening beyond your awareness. The balance is coming from the inside out. It's coming from on high, from your higher self, from your guides to support you as well, Pisces, okay? Some of the message that I'm getting. Let's give you some advice for a smooth Leo full moon, the Hierophant. So you've got some major arcanas that are really coming through, and I'm hearing like looking out for you. So Spirit's really looking out for you. It benefits you to be inquisitive where it makes sense to be inquisitive. The Hierophant can be about an exchange of energies. It can also be a note for you to, try. You don't have to figure things out on your own, especially if there's already a preset way of doing something. If there's a template for you to follow, why bother to make up your own template when you don't need to? You know what I mean? Unless it's like what your intention and your purpose is, don't create more work for yourself. That's all I'm trying to say, Pisces, all right? Don't try to make more work for yourself. This isn't the time to try to color outside the lines. It's going to benefit you to stay, I don't know, there's something here about boundaries and staying in alignment, okay? With the Hierophant, it could also be that you're encouraged to go to a guide or a mentor for advice or guidance. Perhaps you are the one who is guiding or mentoring another. Perhaps you are the one that others are going to be coming to for guidance or advice, okay, Pisces? So what sort of vacation or downtime is your soul craving? The Hangman, there's you again, that Hangman energy, Pisces energy, stepping back, taking that moment to honor your own uniqueness, to see things from a different perspective, your own unique perspective. There may also be this need, like this bat with its wings folded around its body. If you're feeling a little bit vulnerable, don't put yourself out there if it's especially not necessary. I think about how the bat is nocturnal. So follow your own rhythm, follow and understand, embrace your own nature. Be aware of moments where you're holding yourself back unnecessarily. If it is nighttime, then what's keeping you in the bat cave, right? Go out there, spread your wings and fly, but it's like, again, you really want to honor your own nature here. See yourself as unique and special is also what I'm hearing, Pisces, because you are, all right? You are very unique, you're very special, and there are things coming through again. With all of these major arcanas present, 4 out of 5, Pisces, this really tells me that there are some major karmic shifts that are underway here. And I feel like it's for the better, for the good, okay, for your highest good, and always. So Pisces, check out your moon, your rising signs, just to dive in deeper to some spiritual guidance. But of course, you know what to do, where to go, girlandhermoon.com. Oh, and I left out, I like to put in Virgo. I'm Virgo. Virgo. Venus, your Venus and your North Node, little slip there. But yeah, your Venus and North Nodes as well for other aspects. But as I was saying, girlonthemoon.com for any other guidance or support you should need in the meantime. 45-minute live readings in addition to the pre-recorded. But I wish you a very blessed, bright, and beautiful Leo full moon Pisces. Thanks for being here. Take care.